Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to day 3 of Glitter and Glam. If you've missed the 2 previous videos, I'll have them linked up in the cards for you. What we're doing this week is just putting together 5 glittery glam looks in case you want to take inspiration for the holidays or New Year's or just to go to work. So today we're going to be using the Natasha Denona Gold palette. This is an expensive eyeshadow palette. I don't think that you need this palette for this look, and also there are quite a few affordable dupes to this palette out now, so I will list or link some down in the description box for you. And I'm going to start off the look with this shade right here. It's like a warm camel brown, and it's called Aria. My eyes are primed with the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in the shade Light. And it is not set because I haven't been doing that lately. I don't know what the lighting is doing today. And also, I definitely don't know what my hair is doing. So we're just gonna roll with it. I'm just blowing this out in the crease. Once I place the deeper teal right here, I'm gonna wanna do the most minimal amount of blending so that I don't bring that deep color up too far in the crease or transition area where we're working at now. So you may notice in this look today, I'm going to be marrying some warm and cool tones together. This is like my favorite thing to do. So since we have a very warm crease and we're going to have a very cool tone lid, I want to sort of bridge those two things with this deeper brown shade right here, which is called Log. And I'm going to keep this very, very low. I don't want a ton of this. I just want there to be a little bit deeper shade for that dark teal to blend into. So I'm going to take this very small flat top blending brush and I'm going to place this brown on the very outer corner of the lid. And once I have most of the pigment off, I'm going to start blending it into the crease. I'm going to keep the depth on the outer half of the eye, so if you would split your eye in half right where the pupil is, that's your black part of your eye. I'm going to keep the depth on the outer half of the eye. I don't know if I need to keep explaining that, but one thing that's new in this journey of the art of makeup and color made easy here on my channel is that I'm going to really try more to not assume that everybody has been watching beauty YouTube, or BeauTube as I like to call it, for a long time. Maybe this is your first day on beauty channels or on YouTube, and if so, welcome. You've opened a full can of worms. No, not really. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that are in more control of their viewing habits than I am. I mean, I watch a lot, although I will say I've been trying to be really careful about the type of videos that I've been watching lately. Some of my very favorite videos are always like collection type videos, even things like ranking videos and what have you. It's just terrible. It makes it so much harder for me not to buy makeup. And even if the products that people are talking about are affordable, I don't need anymore. I mean, makeup really isn't about need overall, is it? But I definitely don't need any more. And I've purchased quite a lot in November. I've just been trying to be more conscious about the types of videos that I'm watching, because when people are talking lovingly about their favorites or new things or even ranking products, it really has been tempting me lately. So last night I'm in the tub you've been on my channel for a while, you know how this works. The minute I hit the water, I'm opening the Sephora or Ulta app. Without any additional product, I'm going back into my original brush, and I'm going to just blend out the edges of this. I was on Sephora in the bathtub last night, and I noticed that a perfume, an expensive perfume at that I had on my Christmas list that I didn't think I was going to end up receiving was on sale for like $30 off. And I hope that doesn't mean they're discontinuing it, but maybe I'll be sick of the scent by the time I finish the bottle. Anywho, it's the Nest fragrance called Cocoa Woods, and I had a rollerball of this last like wintry fall season, and I just fell in love with it. It's very musky, woodsy, amber, you know, those kind of notes. But then the very last like whiff that you get from this perfume is cocoa or chocolate, and it's amazeballs, absolutely amazeballs. So before we carry on with that story, we're gonna go in with this shade right here, which is Python. This is a really interesting formula. It says CP, I forget what, oh, cream to powder. So this is a cream to powder formula. I find it to be really interesting. So I'm gonna just apply this on the lid, bringing this up to the crease without bringing it into the crease, because when I blend it out momentarily, it will do that naturally. Woo, looks like I got punched, doesn't it? Anywho, this is a neat formula. So this fragrance is normally $75. And one thing I'm sure of and have been practicing is that I can't have a bunch of fragrances at one time, because I won't get them used up. Even though I wear perfume every single day, I won't get them used up before they go off. I'm gonna go back in with our previous brush that we used with the dark brown and just work on blending this to the crease, but not too far above the crease. The fragrance is normally $75, and it was on sale for $42, I believe it was. And so I was like, all right, this is meant to be this, if they are discontinuing it, this may be my last chance to purchase this fragrance ever. And so I decided to purchase it. And wouldn't you know, they also had a promotion for another fragrance that was on my wish list. In order to get this sample, I think it's Joe Malone wood sage and something sea salt, I don't know, I'll put the name on the screen. But they had a decent sized sample of it, not like a little spritzer or whatever, but it's like a roller ball or a tiny thing or whatever. It's, you know, a dabber bottle, probably that kind of size. And I really wanted it because that was the other fragrance on my wish list at Sephora. And so I went to add the promotion, and sure enough, because the Nest fragrance was only $42, I didn't qualify for that promotion. So I ended up scrolling through, looking for something to want, and going back into Python with a brush this time, and I'm going to just intensify this a little bit now that we have it blended mostly. So anyways, I was like, all right, well, I need something to add so I can get this promotion, which is my first mistake. And So I went looking at my favorites list and like, you know, I really don't want to add that much money. Maybe I'll get like a single shadow type thingy, what have you. No, I didn't. I went and bought something that wasn't even on my loves list. It was something I looked at before that didn't have great reviews, but I still wanted it because of the colors. So it's one of the Sephora collection palettes. I've always wanted to try one, that is true, but I haven't seen people talk about them a lot on YouTube. And I also haven't like heard the greatest things about them from certain people here on YouTube. But I bought one anyways. I'll put the name on the screen because I can't remember at the moment. And now I'm just left here feeling guilty and disgusted with myself, if I'm being honest. And some might say, Kyra, just don't take your phone in the tub with you anymore. Well, if I don't take a bath, I still end up on Sephora. Well, I know where I was going. I'm just trying to be careful with the type of YouTube that I'm consuming at this point. That's really all. I guess, you know, like I've been watching more like minimalist type content and things like that. I'm gonna go back into that original shade there and just do a light dusting over the edges, add a little warmth back into the look. I'm gonna say I'm not 100% in love with how this looks right now, but in painting, this is what we would call underpainting. And that is sort of setting up the shadows of the trees and like the deepest, darkest parts of your painting. And so it looks crazy. It looks like finger painting. It looks just crazy until you start painting on top, and then that underpainting is what really makes it look multi-dimensional and magical. Caffeination. So now we're gonna go into some glitter glue, and I am going to put this over most of my lid, and this is really nice glitter glue. Actually, it doesn't pick up any color really, and I really like that because it makes it nice for layering. All right, keeping that eye closed, I'm gonna go into the other teal, which is called Aurora. I'll take it on my finger. Let's get messy, shall we? Ooh, so pretty. Going to pretty much put this over most of the lid, and this is where the real magic happens, because as you can see, it's making the base, that creamed powder shadow, just not look messy anymore. And I'm even going to bring this up a tiny bit into the crease, again, just to make this look more intentional, more seamless, and just kind of grungy. I'm going for grungy glitter and glam. Does that make sense? Woo! Going back into the glitter glue, this is what I was talking about. This really layers beautifully. I'm gonna take just the tiniest bit and put this on the inner third of the lid. And I'm gonna take my brush, this flat shader brush, into the shade Sparks right here. This is something else. It's very chunky and glittery, but it really has a beautiful transforming effect, in my opinion, on the eyeshadows in this palette. It's duochrome. It's very pretty. So, but alas, there's a decent amount of fallout as well. Possibly if I sprayed it, it might be better, but I find that spraying my brush, especially with certain formulas, can really add a lot of texture. Basically, I just keep layering this on until I can't feel any tackiness from the glitter glue. And for the lower lash line, I'm going to go back into this deepest brown here. I'm going to pack a little teeny bit on the very outer corner of the lid and then bring it under the eye for a smudgy situation. I'm kind of going to start this on the very outer corner and just bring that in along the lower lash line, and then take that same shade and really just concentrate it on the outer third of the eye, and then just lightly bring it in. I really don't want a heavy lower lash when we have such a heavy upper lid situation. I don't really feel like there's an inner corner shade in here. You could use Spark. It is somewhat brightening, but since I use that all over the inner part of the lid, I kind of want to differentiate from that shade. So I'm going to go into a Christmas gift that I bought myself, something I've been wanting for a really, really long time, and I bit the bullet because I'm just enthralled with it and its beauty. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. This packaging is metal, it's beautiful, it's styled after the 1920s to 1940s cigarette cases that women used to carry, and I just think that is so cool, if I'm being honest. So we're gonna go into the highlight shade here with this little flat brush. Pick that up and tuck that right in here in the cavern. And as always, I like to bring it up. I'll bring it up in front of Sparks here. It gives a nice lift to the eye, it brightens. I'm gonna go ahead and put a bit of this just right under the arch of my brow. I feel like that's really beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and pop off of here, do some liner and mascara and a lip, and I will come back to tell you what I used and wrap this puppy up. All right, we are back. Maybe better than ever. I really like this look. It was kind of a little weird working with the cream to powder shade and the Natasha Denona Gold palette. This puppy right here is absolutely kind of like a cream shadow, but because it's so dark, it's a little bit difficult to work with. However, I think it would make a fantastic liner to pair with this palette or another palette that you want a deep teal, good eyeliner, smudgy situation. So I will keep that in mind for the future, but I do love how this turned out. To finish off the look, I went in with Marc Jacobs Earthquake and Pixie Eye Bright Liner in Nude. And then I finished off the lashes with my CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. Total fave, gonna have to repurchase because she's drying out on me. And then NYX Soft Spoken Lip Liner, which is Dupe in color for Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. Because we went so bold on the eyes and dark, I wanted to go with like a very balmy nude lip, and this new lip product from ColourPop is perfect. I've been wanting to try one of their Just a Tint lippies, and this is in the shade Gimme Some More, like some more like graham crackers marshmallow chocolate, and this is it. I really like this. The one thing I'm not crazy about is the smell. It kind of, now that I'm getting used to it, it smells more like grapefruit, but the first time that I applied this, it smelled terrible. It smelled like chemicals to me, but I think my Niffer is like clearing up or something because it doesn't smell as bad now. So this is the final look. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of it. Hope you enjoyed this Glitter and Glam Get Ready with me. Stay tuned for day 4 and day 5 because there is a lot more glam coming at you. Thank you so much for spending part of your day here with me today. I appreciate every single one of you that chooses to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, but most of all, for watching my videos. And with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful, glitter and glam makeup days, and I will see you in my next video real soon.